Welcome to So Much to Talk About. We're here once again at Test Football Academy. My pleasure to have this gentleman has made it all possible. To my right and your left, he's the CEO and founder of Test Sports, Mr. Brian Martin. Pleasure to have you on once again.
About that. Good to see you. How's everything?
Everything's really good. Good to see you. And talk about the athletes that are heading to the combine that can be able to raise their stock.
Yeah, well, between here and Florida, we have about 15 guys headed off to the combine. Here today, we have some really good guys. Demario Davis, linebacker from Arkansas State. Aaron Corp, transferring from USC to Richmond, is really getting ready. Emil Iguanagu from UMass is really climbing up. And then we have McLean, who's here, just came in the last couple of weeks from Clemson. Antoine McLean, and he's really doing a good job. And then down in Florida, we're really excited about Brandon Bolden, running back at Ole Miss, Torrin Poole at University of Tennessee, Nick Provo up at Syracuse. So, we got guys all over the place that are really doing well. And, we're preparing a lot of guys this year. We have over 60 guys, but we have 15 going off to the combine. We have another 45 guys preparing for the pro day, so it's a busy time.
Talk about the general demeanor of these athletes. Are they just filled with nerves, or are they just really pumped up to get the opportunity to go?
I think it's a combination of the nerves and being pumped up. I mean, they've been preparing for this for 6-7 weeks, some of them 8 weeks. And it's a combination of the two things. I think they are definitely a little nervous today. We get into some visualization and kind of final things that we do to kind of calm them down. But we've been really drilling at home every week to kind of prepare them for this. They did retesting back on Valentine's Day. We did retesting from their initials, so I think a lot of them built their confidence that their numbers are a lot better. We've been really working hard with our nutrition team and our mental team. Robert Price from the Elite Minds. Glenn Tobias with our nutrition team, and just really getting these guys mentally prepared as well as physically. I think there are some nerves there, but I think it's a good nervous energy. It's like a guy getting ready to go down on a kickoff for the first time. You're going to have some butterflies, but after the first play, they run down on that kickoff. They feel good. I think our guys, once they get their warm-ups out of the way, they're going to be ready to go and dominate the combine.
I asked Kevin this question, but talk about the overall athletes that really made an impact, guys that I've even spoken to, but talk about their progress into translating what you've taught them into their pro career.
Well, I think it's a lot of guys. It's just really learning how to use their body effectively and to work on their speed mechanics and biomechanics, not just as a sprinter, but as a football player, being able to utilize all those drills and skills to be a lot faster on the field. Look at guys like last year, Patrick Peterson, number 5 pick in the draft, but he's so much more efficient in the way he runs. Running an official 4.34. Darrell Scott with the Giants this year had a tremendous run. Did a great job, and both of those guys were 4.34 last year, north of 212 pounds. That's not an average thing, and I think their speed is really what separated them from the competition. And if you go back years ago, like guys like Joe Flacco, Brian Hoyer. Bryce McCain, Bryce really lit it up. If he didn't run that 40 time, he may not have gotten in, but it's just, we're just blessed to work with these guys and help them get faster and be more biomechanically correct, so it applies to the football field, not just a 40.
One more question for you about the spring. Talk about the spring. You have a lot of pro athletes coming in March. Talk more about that.
Yeah, well, even now you got guys like Bart Scott over here, and we've been really fortunate. Jericho Cotchery and Mark Sanchez, all these guys that come back to work out in the off season to get ready. We've been really fortunate. Last year we had about 40 guys during a lockout between here and South Florida, and this year we're doing some things in South Florida again, and up here in New Jersey, and we're actually working on a camp out in Southern California now too. So there's a lot of and there's a lot of football players out there, and the NFL veteran program this March, most teams have to report April 16th, so we have a good 6-7 week window where guys are getting started now. Everybody takes Bart Scott, the mad backer over there. They take his lead. So, once everybody knows that for Bart especially, he's played in the league for. This will be his 11th year. It's not an easy thing. Last year during the lockout, he was here for 17 weeks straight. So, guys don't miss. There's really no days off. And I think now with the way it is and with the new CBA, guys can't go back till April 16th. Some of the guys are off January, February, March. Some guys are off 12, 16 weeks. If you're not keeping your body in shape, you're either you're gonna stay in the league for a long time if you take care of your body. If you're not, I think you're gonna get run over. So I think it's kind of one of those deals where it's get on the bus or get run over by it. You have to work out. And I think Bart Scott's a perfect, and Jericho Cotchery. These guys are leaders on and off the field, and I think they're rounding up their their teammates and other guys that they've played with to play at the highest level and to be ready. So again, it's get ready or be first or be last. You're not going to be anywhere in the middle. So we want to make sure our guys are prepared mentally and physically as camps get prepared for April 16th. So we go from combine time now to pro time and kind of turn to watch. So, and we'll be doing some NBA stuff this year too. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. I look forward to covering that also. Definitely.
All right. Thanks for coming out. As always.
For your time, as always.
A pleasure. Thank you. All right. Thank